Hey, how's it going? I'm Jay, and today I'm going to be watching Werewolf by Night from 2022 for the first time. Many of you know that I'm into horror, but many of you don't know that I'm into comics. I'm a huge Marvel fan, I have a pretty decent comic collection, and I'm pretty much a fan of most movies that Marvel puts out because they're enjoyable. But by no means am I an expert in any sense. I know what we see in the movies and then like a little bit more than that just because I like collect key issues from comics. I know I don't need to say all this stuff, but I figured I would because this is such a deviation from what I've covered on the channel. Like I do like 80s and 90s action movies and comedies. But we did recently do 2 other black and white movies. And so when I saw this, I'm like, I've been covering some black and white stuff. I can work this in. It's got like a horror element. It's a throwback to some of the Universal monsters. So why not? I'm very excited. Marvel Studios special presentation. Hell yeah. Ooh. The little switch up in the logo or animation with that epic music too. I love it. The fonts and the text styling is so good.
The known universe with its heroes and marvels. What of the darkness? This is where monsters dwell.
Ooh, Wendigo?
The Bloodstone. This weapon is in want of a new master, for Ulysses Bloodstone has died. Tonight is his funeral.
Oh, the look of this looks so good. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'll bet you there's so much stuff hidden in this one. Like on these walls, there's gotta be stuff hidden. Yeah, that's gotta be like Wendigo. Sasquatch?
Elsa's here.
Ooh. It glows red. Kinda like Scarlet Witch red.
57 confirmed kills myself.
I can almost smell the blood in your hands.
I like your whole look there with the makeup.
Yeah.
I just know it looks brilliant on you.
I like this guy.
Any of these Hackett beasties your handiwork?
No.
Him I fought a few times.
He's never looked so alive.
This is Elsa?
How long can we expect you to stay?
Give me what's mine, I'll leave now.
What aspect of Bloodstone are we after exactly?
Bruce, so what I do with it after I've earned it will be none of your business.
I wonder if you're up to it.
Let's find out together.
I'm excited.
We all believed you would surpass your father. You were the greatest disappointment of his life.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Elsa is kind of like a Van Helsing, Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of person. So I would expect this is an introduction because the Blade series is going to be coming out. Or the Blade movie. Whatever it becomes, who knows now. So I bet that she makes an appearance in that.
And over 100 deaths.
Over 100.
100? Sheesh. Ma'am, can you keep it down?
He was a leader, a friend, lover without equal.
I don't want to see him. No, you keep this thing closed, please. I didn't expect this to have like bits of humor. Okay, close it back up.
I do hope my attendance.
It's an animatronic.
It is now time to choose a new leader in the crusade against monsters. The hunter who slays this beast, taking possession of my bloodstone. I'll be rotting for you.
Okay, close this thing up, please.
There is only one bloodstone. It was to be his daughter's, but Elsa has long forsaken that birthright. The stone will be affixed to the monster's hide. This will weaken it. It will also make it angry.
Well, what's the monster?
But she gets to crash this thing like it's a backyard wedding.
Where's the lovely lady's medallion?
Have you checked up your own arse?
Elsa!
I don't recognize any of these other people that are there. Curious if they are canon to the comics. I never read these comics. I own like one.
Every hunter for themselves.
The only Werewolf by Night comic I own is like 38, which is the first appearance of Moon Knight, if I'm not mistaken.
You lucky bastard.
You shall go first. The others will follow.
Okay. I wouldn't want to go first in this situation at all. I'd like to see how other people like dealt with whatever's over there first.
Off you go.
These guards, like the same guys from Loki? Oh, it's like a labyrinth? It looks like the labyrinth from Labyrinth. It's not just your typical hedge maze. Oh, as they all start to enter. I would not have done that. You've just given your position away.
I suggest we just pass each other by.
What?
Pass each other by.
Holy shit. Whoa, like a Hurricanrana on the midsection? Hell yeah.
Death is coming for you, lassie!
That was cool. There was like a cigarette burn. Hope they don't do anything like they do in Fight Club. Oh, that's like a handprint. The size of the feet, holy shit. Oh, a little crossbow on his arm. Wow. The blood going everywhere? Oh. You felt that, your leg. This is a lot more violent than I thought it would be. Like, other than the Netflix series, nothing has shown much blood at all, but I guess maybe it's because it's black and white. That was pretty good. She cut his hand right off, and there's just like blood flying all over. She kind of reminds me of Jessica Jones a little bit, the way that she looks and like how she's dressed. Oh yes.
Well, of course I was gonna come find you.
Man thing?
You can't keep counting on me to save you. This is the last time. Oh, I know. It's weakening you, right? They said that the stone would do that. These little things explode. So we're gonna explode our way out of here. Just keep alive.
Just don't die. Man thing. Wow. There was like a movie in the mid 2000s that was like before the MCU or not associated with the MCU.
You're hurt. Can I help you?
No.
But it's bleeding a lot. It has to be tight.
Wow, thank you for that.
Thanks.
It has to be done right because if not, it's not gonna work.
She's like, I had this. I don't need your help.
You didn't want to fight before either, did you? I have to say I'm having a hard time believing you hunted and killed monsters. If you're not a hunter, why do you want the stone?
I don't. You know, maybe we can help each other. If you help me get the monster out of here alive, I can get you the stone.
Right, yeah, because you just have a quick chat with him, sort it out, because you're what, the monster's friend.
So I'm curious if two people will show up in this, or if it will build to it. Like, Moon Knight would need to show up, potentially, and Conan, which seems very weird, because I don't know if Marvel has the Conan rights, but I believe Man-Thing's first appearance was like a Conan. Strange Tales or Savage Tales, I think Savage Tales, I guess. So I'm curious what other creatures we could see from like that side.
We could die here. You and I with your family is an option. It's not my choice, but it's an option.
What are you gonna do? Open up one of the tombs and get some weapons or something? It's like he would have died with his weapons in hand.
My dad used to tell me stories about my crazy Aunt Frances.
She was positive that she'd come back from the dead at some point, and she knew she'd need...
Well, that's not bad. An exit strategy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be weapons. I don't know what she grabbed, like some handcuffs or something.
My name is Jack, by the way.
Okay, Jack, you blow the wall, I'll get him to you.
Oh, it's like a grappling hook.
Closest perimeter wall's that way. There's a massive crack about halfway down. Turn on the explosive. Jack, cross me and I'll kill you both.
Okay, when you run into him, call him by his name.
Which is?
Ted. He's called Ted.
Ted.
There's no way you're gonna see Man Thing and be like, oh, hi, Ted.
No.
He just pulverized him, just like disintegrated his head.
Ted, you have a lovely name. Your friend is waiting for you.
I'm glad she was not like lying here. They're actually working together. Yes, look at him. I think that's close enough, guy. Whoa. That was great. Bye, Ted. See you. Uh-oh. Here we go.
The Bloodstone did this to you? A monster, masquerading as one of our own.
They're on to you.
You freed a monster with a monster?
Didn't know that bit.
I can't wait to find out what breed of evil you are.
None of you should have the stone.
The hunt decides!
So is he gonna be the new monster that gets hunted now? That they let the other one out? Is that what's going on here?
No.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Until you rip my throat out, I suppose I'm fine.
I couldn't tell you, you know.
I love the style of this. Look at the chromatic aberrations where it like splits the red and blue channels. And green. I forgot green.
You see, I've got systems.
I don't care about your systems.
Any hunting that I do, that's not the part you're with right now.
Oh, you'll know.
Because I lock myself in every full moon, and the next full moon is in 5 days.
The Bloodstone's capable of transforming you in 5 seconds.
Your head's gonna be up there.
I need to remember you.
Well, I hope that was enough sniffing. Oh, look how cool.
Just kill me as I am. Otherwise, there will be no mercy, I promise.
Our whole mission is built on mercy for you, as well as all the innocent lives you take. You'll notice my hands are clean, his not so much. Time for you to show yourself.
Wouldn't she want to keep it though? Like, cause it gives her like immortality. Oh jeez. Elsa, back up. Oh, I love the shadows. Yes. Wait, you didn't rip her to shreds. What the hell? All right, break through these bars. Oh, he already did. Uh-oh. I didn't even catch him there. I was looking. Damn, not the ear. I still, like, that was a lot of blood for an ear, but I like that you get to see it. That was awesome. Yes. Come on, get through the door. Hey, if you can't get out, that's on you, pal. Yes. That one guy was hiding behind the coffin.
Get over here.
Picking this up seems like both a good idea and a terrible idea. Because the closer you get to this guy, isn't he gonna freak out?
Jack, you still in there?
Risky move. Uh-oh.
You will now die as you lived, a disgrace to your father's memory!
Ted! Yes! That was awesome.
He went that way.
There you are, mistress. I only wanted to make myself available to you.
Brilliant, you can start clearing all this shit up.
Poor guy. Because now she's just gonna like own this whole place because she's like the only heir. Oh. With a little like Wizard of Oz callback as it goes from black and white to color. He's playing freaking solitaire.
Oh, thanks, Ted.
Oh, he looks so cool.
Is she okay? No, I'm the one who comes to your rescue. Whatever, no.
I like their little relationship. They're fun. That was awesome. Even these credits are pretty badass. I gotta look into all these monsters. Where do we go from here? This opens a lot to like all the more obscure people. I guess they've had obscure people in like the MCU, but now even further into like the other side, the darker side. And that was Werewolf by Night. That was so good. I really loved it. Arguably a little too much comedy, but it's pretty on brand for everything MCU related. Getting introduced to Jack, Elsa Bloodstone, and Ted Man-Thing is so cool. But having these characters in the MCU to some degree, I don't know if this ties into the MCU. I don't know what's going on. I assume everybody's going to be integrated considering the multiverse and everything. But for this, I really loved it. I love the styling. I love that the Bloodstone had that red aura that we've seen in like WandaVision with Scarlet Witch. And I love the introduction of the gem because we don't know who's gonna go for it and who is going to keep it and use it to further their own abilities. But I think a special presentation like this is really cool and needed for Marvel to introduce certain characters without having them show up in, say, like the Avengers, because it would just get too cluttered. I mean, it's arguably way too cluttered already. Like you go to movies, you go to like Guardians of the Galaxy, and there's like 100 different characters. So I like this. This is a good way. Like I really think that this is going to mix in well with Blade when that comes out. I think we'll probably see more Elsa potentially show up in that. I could also see like Werewolf and Moon Knight coming in together at some point, maybe for like a whole little mini series, and we can pray for a Man-Thing standalone movie. It looks like he's kind of treated like a Groot character, which is fine. I like that. That's fun. Man-Thing is one of those weird things where everyone's like, oh, it's a knockoff Swamp Thing, which kind of, but I do have some trivia on this because Man-Thing was created like before Swamp Thing, but the creators of both were roommates. So like, I don't know why the second guy who created Swamp Thing made like the same character. The creator of Swamp Thing claims he never saw Man-Thing before, even though they live together. There's no way that you would not see what somebody else is working on like a year prior. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. I'd like to see more stories with those other creatures that we saw. Wendigo shows up in a bunch of stuff. Sasquatch. There was a bat thing on the wall that kind of looked like Morbius features to some degree, but it also looked like Man-Bat. I know Man-Bat is from DC, but that's kind of like the vibe I got from it. But I can see that that kind of creature showing up in Blade, or maybe like another Morbius movie, or even some of those creatures kind of like fleshing out Elsa's character, who will become some kind of like vampire hunter. This just opens up so many doors as far as characters, how to introduce characters. Having one-off specials like this is just a great idea. I know there's like a holiday Guardians of the Galaxy one coming up. I'm sure there will be more, and I can't wait. My apologies if I talked a little bit too much, both in the intro and the outro, and maybe even throughout the reaction, but I like the idea of fantasy booking the MCU, trying to figure out how different things will play out in certain movies. It's just really fun for me. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like the video. If this is your first time here, please subscribe. Usually I do 80s and 90s like comedy and action movies. I haven't done any other Marvel stuff, and I probably won't do too many simply because I go to the theaters to see everything, but maybe some of the Disney Plus stuff I'll work in when I can. And once again, I've been Jay. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.